If you get used to looking at the bellows to assessing how much air is in your circuit, you may be disappointed to use a piston ventilator where you don't get that same visual feedback. This piston ventilator is just an electronically driven piston that will go up and down, and this chamber will fill with air and then get sent out to the patient. So this piston will not collapse if there's insufficient air in the circuit. One advantage of this, though, is greatly improved accuracy for delivering tidal volumes, particularly when you have issues like decreased lung compliance or small tidal volumes like in the pediatric population. This would be very important. This is a fixed volume inside the cylinder here, so you can imagine that it will be more accurate in delivering a certain volume when it moves this piston up and down a certain amount. Let's draw this onto our circle system, and the ventilator is actually in a different place in the system than the bellow assembly is. So instead of being at your bag, the piston vent is going to be just before your inspiratory unidirectional valve. It's your piston vent. So just after your fresh gas flow and before your inspiratory unidirectional valve. Since these are physically separated from each other, you don't have a physical switch on these machines to go from manual spontaneous to the ventilator. Instead, it is a digital switch or switching system. Basically, you will just turn on the ventilator and then it will disengage your manual spontaneous mode. So digital switching from vent to bag, or man-spont. Some other components of this circuit are this pressure max and PEEP regulator. And you don't have to know this, but this is interesting. There's this device called the fresh gas flow decoupler, which prevents the fresh gas flow from contributing to the volume that's delivered to the patient. Remember, we said that this vent is very accurate at delivering certain tidal volumes. So when this vent is delivering the air to the patient, it prevents the extra flow from your fresh gas flow from adding a little bit more to this tidal volume.